It's Thursday. Let's go. It's the Straight Talk Podcast. I'm your boy, fella. Next to me is Rev. How you doing today, Rev?
I'm good, man. You know, we got a little bit of a late start, so if you're here, we appreciate you. But, man, I'm good. You know, we had to get some things situated.
It's all
how you
good.
living this week?
As long as we here.
How you do that? Hit that wall again. Whoa.
Hey.
Okay.
As long as we here, baby.
Yes, sir. Not always there when you call, but I'm always on time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I didn't hear what you said at first. I got you.
How you living, though? You good?
I'm good, man. It was a good week. Just trying to stay positive, trying to get better every day. Mamba mentality.
Okay.
We
see you out here.
Shout out to the Mamba.
Okay,
Yeah, you
bro.
can see it just a little bit, something slight. Shout out to the Mamba for show. I feel like that's part of the reason why I'm here in this moment, because Mamba, rest in peace. But yeah. What?
Hey, you just a funny dude, man.
What I do?
Hey, you just funny. But yeah, man.
It's like when I say jokes, they don't be funny, but when I just be
Josh is just unintentionally funny dude.
that's some bull.
And y'all gonna see when I post some of these clips, our new segment, Word is Hard. Josh is just funny. He just be saying stuff, and he don't trip off the fact that he's telling straight jokes.
I guess so.
But anyway,
you know how we got to start the show.
talk to him.
Kentucky Attorney General. I don't know your name. I don't really care about your name.
I ain't got nothing to say for real about it.
For real, you know what you need to do. Breonna Taylor's murderers are still free. Mm-hmm. It's another week. I think we started this when it was like 150 days. It's been about 4 weeks since then.
Yeah.
So 4 times 7 is 28. So maybe it's like 175 days now. Like getting pretty close to 200 days and ain't been no actions made. So we need you to step up to the plate. I do know you're a black man. So
that's the troubling part about it. I feel like what you waiting for?
That situation is ridiculous. We
Yeah.
don't have to talk about it. We all know what happened. Just basically running in somebody's house and just start shooting.
Some
Don't ask no
falsified
questions.
info was in the reports.
As if it's Scarface in the house. Like it's a drug leader. Like y'all don't even do El Chapo like that, but y'all want to do a random,
black family.
drug bust in Louisiana, Louisville.
Yeah.
Please do your job. I probably should learn his. I'm gonna say his name next time, but I honestly don't care. I just want him to do his job.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead. Arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor, please.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna continue to start the show off like that. Until then, so yeah.
I feel that, and I know y'all already know it's coming every week. So now you know it's time to get down to the Get Town. Let's get to the real show. You feel me?
Let's get to the show, and it's going to be a fun show today.
I got something up my sleeve. Y'all gonna love it.
All right. So, but before we really get to the meat of the show, I got to start it off with question of the day.
Yer.
Question of the day is a segment of the podcast where I ask my buddy here, Rev, a question, obviously, and I grade him on his answer. Okay.
True.
Main thing we got to remember here is that my grades for his answer are completely subjective. So please don't be offended if I give him an F and you feel like I should have gave him an A. Okay? So my question to you, Rev, I wanted to ask you, I got a little petty question to ask you.
Oh, God.
So,
these are my least favorite types of questions, by the way.
Yeah. Well, we'll be ready. Guys, you see, I see Mount Show you love to this print shirt. Okay.
Appreciate
That's
it.
decent.
You understand. You feel
nice
it.
little shirt, Purple
You feel
Rain,
it.
for sure. All right, but question to you.
Yeah.
So who's to blame for Houston getting gentlemanly swept out of the playoffs? Bro, best believe I'm gonna grade you hard on
Now,
this.
first of all, I knew you was gonna be on some player hater stuff this week because I've been having good grades every week, right? I've been doing good every week. You could not be. And then
gotta do it
I
to
knew
you.
you was gonna come at me with some bull jive, especially after our interaction on Twitter earlier.
You gotta do it to you today.
Now, if you don't personally follow me on Twitter, I said essentially no more Westbrook slander would be tolerated. If you say something crazy, it's an automatic block.
Well, ain't nobody had no
Automatic
Westbrook
block.
slander.
I was still seeing things.
Okay. Go ahead.
And Josh took it upon himself to say, well, block me.
I didn't even say nothing.
Okay.
Up to this point, I ain't say nothing about
You said it. You asked for it, so block. Bruce decided to come in. Well, he does look like the problem. Block. So, okay. Get him out of here. So I knew he was going to come and be crazy. I'll put my glasses back on.
Answer the question, man. Who's to blame?
What I will say.
Mount says James Harden. Do you agree with Mount?
Yes and no.
Okay.
And here's why. Because I feel like top to bottom, every person involved with the Houston Rockets franchise deserves a good chunk of blame. Because as much as you want to point at the coach ain't the one out there shooting and missing. So you can't blame everything on the coach because at the end of the day, whether you like the X and O's or not, you're the one breaking the shots, not me. Okay? So you can't blame just the players because as much as you want to look at Russ or James Harden of what they didn't do, look at the supporting cast. What did they do? It's not always on your star player. It's not. You can't play 2-on-5 basketball. So you can be mad at Russ and Harden for doing this or that. Russ has a good game this game. Harden does nothing. Harden has a good game. Russ does nothing. So you can't blame just the players. Dan Antonio's system is a little goofy, for real. It's a regular season. Dan Antonio. Mike D'Antonio. Dan Antonio.
Mike D'Antoni.
Mike D'Antoni.
Oh, where are we getting Dan Antoni from? I don't know.
It's look,
Mike
apostrophes.
Yeah.
White people names is
Mike
hard.
D'Antoni.
Mike D'Antoni, I think, has a similar coaching system to Mike Budenholzer. It works very good during the regular season. It can win you some games. It can make you look real good.
But I would say Budenholzer's that only was with Giannis because when he was at with Atlanta, I don't really.
When he was with Atlanta, he had some good regular seasons that didn't.
No, they had good team, but he's a good regular season coach, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
I was
that's
talking
what I'm
about.
saying.
I thought you were talking
good.
about the offense.
The system and the teams look real good. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the ISO ball offense.
No.
Was a regular
not just the offense.
Okay, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a whole lot that goes into it.
Yeah.
So I feel like D'Antoni knew that coming into the season. It was rumored he might not be back, and then it was rumored towards the end their main priority was bringing him back. As soon as they lost, he was on the plane like, "Look, y'all, I'm done. I'm done."
See the video, Supreme Dreams. Where he was acting like he was Doc Rivers. We ain't talked about the Clippers yet.
Oh, we gonna get to it.
He was like, all right, I know they probably gonna fire me. I just want to let y'all know before they fire me, y'all trash. You gotta watch it. I'm gonna show it to you.
Hey, that's the same thing for real. Hey, they say you got the waves on swing. Show it to him one more time. Jalen Rose type beat.
Let him know, Zay.
But
yeah, something slight.
Yeah, I mean, D'Antoni, the coach and the system, I think is at fault. I think the star players didn't play like star players. I think the supporting cast did not do what they needed to do to help out. And I think that the front office, I mean, y'all continue to use the same system that has gotten you where in the last 5-6 years. You keep beating this dead horse, but it hasn't worked. And then you can blame the Warriors. Oh, well, they were just a better team. No, y'all pushed them and couldn't finish when you needed to.
27 straight missed threes.
You know what I'm saying? And you keep forcing this 3-point thing. And then you just went and got a superstar because you wanted to get a superstar. You knew Russ and Harden would mesh together because they're friends and whoop, whoop, whoop. So you just wanted to pull off a good trade because we get another superstar. But you're bringing in a player that's never been known for his shooting. He's a great passer, great rebounder. Off-ball defender, he's been pretty decent because he's always up there in steals every year with Harden. What does he not do? Shoot well. He just doesn't shoot well. He has his moments here and there, but overall he doesn't shoot well. And you bought him to a 3-point shooting team. And then you mad that he ain't making threes. I can't drive for 5 games straight against the Lakers who got big bodies. I can't just bully in the paint every game. So now you mad at me. Harden can miss all his shots, but the refs give him 15 free throws to compensate. Russ don't get the free throw love. The refs just be like, hey, you got hacked, bro. Hey, you better get back up and get on defense. Because they gone.
Stop arguing with me.
If James get hit, tech on you, tech on him, give him 5 free throws. Russ, they just like, hey, bro, get up. Sorry, I don't want to hear it. Oh, you want to argue? Tech. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a mixture of things. I hate to say I want them to blow it up, but I never really thought Russ was going to fit well in Houston, and it showed itself. The nostalgia in me as an OKC fan was like, ooh, they back. But I knew it wasn't going to go far. I said when we were doing playoff predictions, I said, I know they're going to lose to the Lakers. If they played the way we expected them to, it would have went 6 at least. It ain't work out like that. Nope. And then you got Daniel House. He too busy worried about some cheeks, so he got kicked out the bubble. You know what I'm saying? And then I talked to Daria about this earlier. It's hard to find a rhythm when as soon as the bubble start, you get coronavirus. So you miss the first couple weeks of conditioning and everything leading to the bubble. You play a couple games, then you get a quad injury, and now you're trying to rush back because the playoffs is only in 2 more games. It's a hard thing all around. So I feel like top to bottom, it's all blame. You can't keep slandering one player or the other. Everybody involved needs an ass whooping. Everybody.
So if you had to pick one scapegoat, who would it be?
Daryl Morey. Daryl Morey, because he's the one pulling the strings. He's the one bringing in these players. He made some good moves, don't get me wrong. Like bringing in Robert Covington was a great idea.
I mean,
Getting Jeff Green. He brought in Ben McLemore, who's been like an NBA outsider for real, and he made him look really good. I mean, giving him that opportunity, he was allowed to really look good during the regular season.
So you saying they should have gave up 3 years ago?
First of all,
they
I don't
should have gave
understand.
up after the 27 straight missed threes.
I think your biggest, well, you should have probably gave up then. But then I don't understand whenever you watched everybody in Golden State get hurt, you knew they were going to tank. Probably.
They should have gave up then.
I don't understand why you didn't stick with what you had then. The CP3 Harden combination was working, and the biggest hurdle was Golden State. Now Golden State, KD's gone, Klay is out, Steph ended up hurt after the season started. But if you would have just given it a shot, who knows where you'd be at this year? I think they gave up on that project a little too early.
Chris Paul made second team All NBA.
Yeah, and Chris Paul is a more consistent 3-point shooter. I think it was James. I don't think he liked that Chris Paul wasn't finna just stand in the corner. Like, Russ is okay with just standing there and letting James do his thing. CP3 was like, no, we need other people involved. So I don't like to blame James Harden, though. I'm sticking with Daryl Morey. Because at the end of the day, you keep putting this team together, and for the past 5 years, you've been a failure. I saw somebody, posted a collage of tweets from Daryl Morey every year after they lost. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. Congratulations. And it was 4 or 5 years straight. Like, God damn, you ever gonna switch it up in Houston? It's his fault. You should have been switched this team up. Whether it was roster coaching, something. Because this ain't working, bro. It's not working. Daryl Morey, final answer.
Okay. The petty in me wants to give you an F.
I know you do. It's because
you didn't say Russ.
It's not his fault. I don't care what nobody say. It's not his fault.
I know, it's just funny. The correct answer, I'm going to give you a C, because the correct answer is Mike D'Antoni. Well, no, you know what? I'm going to give you an A. I'm going to give you an A.
He's
you want to know?
praying on my downfall.
And you know why? Because every time you give me an answer that I don't expect, that's when you get good grades.
And I
can appreciate you have everybody.
I back it up with facts.
You can have an opinion, and I appreciate your opinion, but sometimes you're just wrong. This time you're not wrong, because it is kind of Daryl Morey's fault. But I tell you why it's Daryl Morey's fault. It's his fault because he just didn't want to fire Mike D'Antoni.
That's what I'm saying. You wanted to say Mike, but who the one that's let him keep the job for the last 6 years?
You made a good point. You get another A, man. You on the road, and this was a tough one. This was a tough one for you to answer correctly. You did. Good job. Round of applause for you, man. That's good.
You talked about that mama mentality. Gotta get in. You feel me?
You getting better every week. That's 5 straight A's or 4 straight A's. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what Kobe do on the bench that time? Get up there. We cooking this shit.
Decent. That's
yes,
decent.
Sir.
Okay, yeah, but yeah, I give you an A just because you kind of surprised me. I thought you was either gonna say James Harden or I thought you was gonna say I don't know.
You know, I don't really like to slander Harden. I hate watching him get slandered almost as much as Russ, but sometimes Harden does deserve it. Like when he no-showed games 5 through 7 of the OKC series, he got a block and it saved him. But
oh man.
Josh.
My laptop.
Oh my God. Where's your charger?
It's over there.
If you just producer, please. We'd like to keep up with the chat because somebody.
Yeah.
Let me just throw.
It was charged when we got here. It just dies that quickly.
I'm gonna throw something out there for you. If you've never heard this, failure to plan is planning to fail.
Amen.
Now he failed to plan to have that charger plugged in while we was recording.
I did.
So ultimately, he planned to fail.
No, just know that it was charged. it just dies that quickly.
And there's as a result, our light is temporarily out. So we'll get that all back up and running. Moving on from question of the day, though, we got to talk about the W. I don't know why I love doing that so much every week, but we got to talk about the W. Man, last time we were talking about the Seattle Storm and the Las Vegas Aces.
Yeah. That
battle for the 1 seed.
And they're comfortably waiting in the playoffs.
Man.
For, the two teams to get to them, once they get to them. But today, had Phoenix Mercury and the Kinetic Sun. Oh, no, Phoenix Mercury and Minnesota Lynx, my bad.
There we go, yeah, because the Kinetic Sun. And I was like, yeah, wait a minute. First of all, let me say this, I'm standing on it still. Phoenix Mercury will be your WNBA World Champions.
Oh no, it's looking kind of bleak for them right now.
I'm telling you,
they just lost today by 1 point. They was up the entire game for the most part.
What I will say,
and they lost.
What I will say, this year, understand me? This year, most of my predictions have been pretty spot on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping it carries over to the W, and then I continue to be right.
I guess.
I'm pulling for it.
And then right now the Kinetic Sun is playing. Who are they playing?
We were just talking about this before we went live too.
Oh, the Sparks, LA Sparks.
Yeah, the LA Sparks.
And they was blowing them out.
And
I want the LA Sparks to win. Yeah, they're up by 15 right now, 14.
Oh, okay.
So Sun have been on a hot streak. They've been winning a lot of games in a row.
They have been.
But the LA Sparks, we all love Candace Parker. So.
You know what I'm saying? That's babe right there. When it come down to it, that's babe.
True.
Got to see Candace ball out.
Got to see it through, my boy.
Got to see it through. You feel me?
Trying to get the laptop back running. Sorry about that, y'all.
What is laptop? But yeah, so it's been some real interesting games in the W coming down the stretch.
Oh, we gotta talk about Shea Petty for the Phoenix Mercury hitting a game winner.
We gonna get back to Shea Petty.
You see that play?
Yeah.
With the game winner, it's decent.
Just keep in mind her last name is Petty. We gonna get back to the Phoenix Mercury and Shea Petty later on. It's gonna loop back around in my favorite segment.
Hey, that was a good. Hey, it went cross court, came back cross court, pump fake, more money.
Hey,
at the buzzer, and that was a elimination game. So
yeah, that was a big game.
That was pretty cool.
It was important. Ooh.
Is that too bright?
It's a little bright. Hold on. Let me get some more blue with it. Yeah, switch the Yeah, hold on, one more.
Down?
No, next setting.
Next setting?
Our producer gonna get us right. Cause it was the, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's that one.
Shout out to Daria, the producer. We're not, cleaning up our mess ups.
I'm putting that one on you. But yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Cleaning up my mess ups. Yeah.
Gonna let the laptop die, man.
Yeah, that was embarrassing.
So anyway, look, WNBA playoffs is going on right now. It moves a little faster than the NBA playoffs because you don't get as many chances to come back. If you find yourself
ain't no down 3-1 in this one.
Once you down one game, you really better turn up the pressure because you almost out of there.
You on the cusp, boy.
It's definitely some interesting basketball. It moves a little quicker than the NBA playoffs do. So you don't want to miss the action. If you're a hoops fan, you want to tune into it because that playoffs is almost here today and gone tomorrow the way it moves sometimes. And I got to see my Phoenix Mercury, host that trophy.
I don't know, man. It's going to look rough. It's looking rough. I think it's a best of 3 series, so if they lose one more time in this series, it's a wrap. It's a wrap for them, boy.
Keep hope alive. Don't let me down like my Houston Rockets. Former Houston Rockets.
Oh, God. You jumping the bandwagon already?
I've been standing at the door like AD was peeking behind that wall. I've been like, I'm just waiting on when I need to leave.
That's terrible.
Hey, call it what you want.
Call me broke money.
Anyway, moving on from the WNBA and those playoffs, of course, we got to do a little bit of recapping from the NBA playoffs. Mm-hmm. Moving into the conference finals. First of all, let's talk about your pick for the West.
The Clippers.
Let's talk about the Clippers, the Flippers, the Floppers. What happened?
Hey, it came up small. Fourth quarter, they all season confirmed load management does not work. Confirmed. That is confirmed. Load management is ineffective. What's up, Chris? Little Chris. And yeah, I mean, you just have those games sometimes where you just can't turn it on in the fourth quarter, and that's basically what happened. Like they was up by 15, and then they let them come back, which was expected. As Game 7 was gonna be a close game, but when it was the fourth quarter, they couldn't make any shots. So I mean, that's the I guess the novelty of Game 7. Anything can happen, or Murphy's Law. What happened? What can
go wrong?
Will. Everything that can't go wrong will. Yeah.
I'm gonna just first of all, I want to get back to what I said in round 1. Playoff P is a fraud. Okay.
Well, I think the masses knows that.
But see, first of all, Paul George has always had good playoff performances until he said, "Oh, y'all must not have made playoff P." Ever since he said, y'all must not.
No,
it started with the Gatorade commercial.
It started with the commercial.
I sent that to them in the chat the other day. No OT tonight. Ball game. First of all, I don't think he's hit a go-ahead bucket in his career. It feels like.
No, yeah, he did. He did like
Jesus,
once.
Ever since that commercial,
he
Lord.
did. I know he did with OKC.
And then, because that game against the Sixers, he did hit a good go-ahead bucket.
Mm-hmm.
But dog, y'all ain't been playoff P. Stunk it up versus the Jazz. Next year, stunk
it up. Was that the
year
he did that? The first year of OKC, he said that. Y'all ain't been playoff P.
In game 1, he had a hell of a game.
And they lost to a rookie, Donovan Mitchell.
Had a hell of a game 1, and then disappeared. Then year 2.
Those disappearing acts.
Year 2, I don't even remember who he played in the playoffs, but he disappeared again. Oh, it was Portland. Oh Lord, that one hurt. So playoff P, he was shaky. Oh, I was in a dark place. And then he played good against the Mavericks to close it out. He had a couple good games to start this series. So I think people might think, oh, he out the slump. I told y'all, bro, he is not built like that.
That boy is Houdini on the basketball court.
Game 7 didn't matter much.
He rubbed off from Kawhi.
Kawhi done downloaded his DLC and everything. He shuts down his computer at the end of the night, do some load management during the week. I'm going to leave the computer alone a couple days.
Only play 60 games a year.
You know what I'm saying? To show up and do what? They ain't even scored 15 points. They ain't even scored 30 combined. I saw, and the slander
was beautiful.
A1.
Was beautiful.
A1.
I picked them, but I was enjoying the hell out of
that.
My
thing was, I need y'all to keep the same disrespect for them that you have for Russ, for Harden, for LeBron when he comes up short. Have all of that same disrespect because y'all was calling Kawhi the best player in basketball.
Yeah.
Talking about King of LA, Clippers the best team in LA.
I gotta let everybody know.
Yeah, make that announcement expeditiously.
Kawhi, the man formerly known as Kawhi Jordan.
What was the middle name, by the way? Remind us.
I took that away.
Okay.
I took that away once, the great Kobe Bryant passed away. The man formerly known as Kawhi Jordan is changed his name back to Kawhi Leonard. So
yes,
it had to happen after this series.
Has to. Jordan is gone from your name.
Kawhi Jordan. I ain't never seen him put up less than 15 points in the playoff series. I ain't really never seen him. I guess I can say that. But Kawhi disappeared. And in the fourth quarter, Kawhi was just like, you didn't make a shot.
Ging.
So, yeah. Formally, he's going back to Kawhi Leonard from now on, for sure.
Hey.
Unless next year he goes off and goes crazy.
He got to.
But the Warriors will be back, so he won't be.
Moving on, Adrian. I'm not skipping over that because we coming back to that too. Just keep these things in mind. If you know what's coming every week at the end of the show, you probably know where this is gonna go down the line. So we're gonna get back to it. But anyway, Clippers choked it, which means
the Nuggets,
the Denver Nuggets,
the Nuggets. Check you out.
The Denver Nuggets.
Check you out. Even though
who got counted out a couple times.
Even
you know
though
what I'm
you
saying?
Shaky on your pick.
Let me have this.
No, I'm not letting you have it.
The
full.
Nuggets.
I'm not 100%. You can have it 85%.
The Nuggets people were like maybe in the first round, then they went down 3-1. People was like, Second round they got Clippers. People like, nah, Clippers, that's easy dub. Nuggets came back firing game 2, tied it up. Clippers went up 3-1. They're like, okay, well, never mind. My Nuggets said, nah. Jokic said, don't matter, bro. Don't matter. Kawhi Leonard, Skinner, Rock and roll, Paw Patrol, don't matter, Nuggets info. He said we going
Rock
all the way.
and roll, Paw Patrol.
It don't matter. I mean, dog, Kawhi mad as hell for bringing PG. Hey, you seen that picture? He was like,
so why you get your name playoff P?
And somebody said so. Who started calling you playoff P? And Kendrick Perkins today talking about, I've heard from an inside source they gonna break that up. First of all,
I don't think they should break it up.
Why would you break it up after 1 year? Nothing about this year was championship or bust. If anybody, the pressure is on Doc Rivers.
I don't think they're gonna fire him either. I don't think.
I doubt they'll fire him. But if you want to point blame at anybody, how did you get outcoached by Mike Malone and a less talented team?
Yeah, he was definitely chirping. I wasn't able to watch the game, but I was listening, and they just kept doubling on Jokic, I'm sorry.
As if Murray ain't the same type.
No,
of
as if he's not like a good. That's like doubling LeBron James in the post when he can see the entire floor. He gonna find the open man every time.
Jokic is gonna swing it everywhere. He gonna find it, and
Yeah.
he got some shooters, and then Jamal Murray's a walking bucket. So you can't really afford to double. You know what I'm saying?
And he just kept doing it, and they just kept killing him. So it's like, all right, you gonna learn?
When you gonna make the proper adjustment?
Okay, it's a 10-point game now.
It's 3-2.
It's a 15-point game now.
It's a 3-2 series.
It's a 20-point game now.
It's a 3-3 series.
It's over. You got bounced. So.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, for that, I guess he was just being hard-headed. And then, again, that load management BS didn't work because they just didn't have chemistry as a team. They hadn't gone through battles. Like, the fact that they had apparently they had a heated discussion or conversation, or Trez was cussing PG out for a couple turnovers.
And, of course, that type of stuff always comes out after the team loses.
In game two. But the fact that y'all weren't able to, even though that was kind of it's kind of a cheesy report after the series, kind of like a,
because we never would have heard about that if they won.
Right. But the fact that that happened and that still lingered, and then it still eventually came out, that lets me know somebody in the locker room snitching, so y'all not really tight-knit like y'all want to be. Load management stuff did not work, and also it doesn't work because trash can open for the Clippers.
I'll see that.
It didn't work because they just didn't have chemistry, as well as off the court, chemistry on the court. It's like they barely played games together.
I don't know, man. As much as I
see that, they should have had enough though.
As much as I see and hear that excuse, you kept getting all year. They're the most stacked team, got the most stacked bench, got the most versatile players, got great defenders, playmakers, got people that can shoot.
They do.
Your stars didn't show up.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, you can blame chemistry.
Anytime you can't score, your two best
stars
players can't score in the fourth quarters. That's a wrap. They still nothing that this doesn't disprove like that they were the best team. It was just in that game, or not that they were the best. It disproved they're not the best team, obviously. This doesn't disprove that they were the deepest team. They were still the deepest team. Like, you still got these players.
That's what I'm saying. You just had all these lofty expectations. Every expert, Clippers.
Players on the bench wasn't supposed to be in the fourth
built.
quarter. The Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Lou Williams, Trez were supposed to be the ones that do something in the fourth. But when you go 0 for 15 in the fourth quarter, what you going to do? You're not going to be able to win.
So
in most cases.
Moving on from that, I believe the Lakers and Nuggets start playing Saturday, don't they?
Tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. Yeah.
It's tomorrow. Yeah,
it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
So I'm gonna catch that game. That's gonna be one of
Western Conference Finals.
PG. That's gonna be one of the games.
I'm saying it right now, America. I guarantee the Denver Nuggets are going to at least win 2 games.
Oh my God.
I refuse to believe the Lakers are going
weak.
Sweeps, legitimate sweeps all the way.
And if they win the series, he gonna say he picked them. Weak.
No. First of all, I picked the Nuggets a month or 2 ago.
No, you didn't.
But I know it's a lot of people thinking Lakers in 4 or Lakers in 5 again. I just refuse to believe the Lakers are gonna get another 5-game series. I really hope not. Do I really feel like the Nuggets have what it takes?
Somebody test them in the West. Jesus.
You know what I'm saying? Do I feel like the Nuggets really have what it takes to beat LeBron? I doubt it, but I hope they tire him out.
I think they got enough. I think they can. It's gonna be challenging.
I think they can, but I just don't know if they will.
I just don't think the Lakers are that great of a team. They just got LeBron and AD.
So I just need the Nuggets to tire them out enough. Do I hope they beat them? Yes, because then I will be right about the LA teams getting kicked out. That will fulfill my prediction about one or both of them losing. So I hope the Nuggets win. I just feel like LeBron might turn up because he really wants this.
It's just LeBron. It's like it's hard to beat LeBron.
It's hard.
Like,
that's what I'm
LeBron
saying.
is the best player in the world. So
hold on, because you know what? We're not gonna go to all NBA teams yet. Because I just got to talk to you, America, and my producer about one thing. In the Eastern Conference, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals right now. For those of you that don't know, it's the Celtics and the Miami Heat. Daria, our producer, her favorite team is the Celtics. If you weren't watching earlier tonight, the Miami Heat won. I will turn this show off.
She got the power.
Hey, the Miami Heat,
she can.
similar to the Denver Nuggets, were in a deficit. Big hole, you feel me? Shia LaBeouf type beat.
That's like, you know what? That's the
Deep.
theme. Hey, I want to say this is something interesting. I don't mean to cut you off. But that's the theme of this playoffs. It's like all these comebacks. But go ahead.
That's the theme of this playoffs if you are the Celtics or the Clippers.
No, it's
because they keep getting up heavy.
No, it's a lot of teams. But
you're right in general. But the Clippers and the Celtics, I feel like they keep letting it happen to the same teams in the same series. But yeah. So I just want to shout out to my Miami Heat. If you could just pass me, you could just. I just want to let y'all know.
What's that remind me of?
I was prepared.
Some old Family Guy.
I had this in my bag. I was watching the end of that game, waiting. I was nervous. Matter of fact, I should have bought a goat mask and a cigar like Shannon.
Oh, you know what that reminded me of?
Pull the sleeve out.
It wasn't Family Guy. It was Cars. With what was this? Thunder.
Yeah.
Not Lightning McQueen. What was the other car? The Kachuga. What was his name? You don't see Cars?
I don't remember which one that was.
It was the dude that like became his enemy and took his thing. And he won the race, and they was mad at him because he was cheering at the race at the end, and they like hit him with the confetti all hard.
I ain't see that one.
That's what everybody did.
Chick Hicks, yeah. Okay, this is a throwback. I never did do it, but I'd always meant to buy a Chick Hicks card and give it to Daria because every time I saw it, it reminded me of her. Chick Hicks.
That was his name.
But yeah, shouts out Miami Heat. They ain't gonna destroy the Celtics like they did the Bucks or the Pacers, but your Miami Heat.
Yeah.
You're looking at the Eastern Conference champions in the Miami Heat.
They're up 2-0, but I don't think the series is over.
It's going 6.
I think it might go 7.
Heat in 6.
I think it might go 7.
And I'm standing on that one.
I picked Celtics in 7, so I think it still might go 7. I don't think the series is over, but going back to what I was saying, like this whole giving up 10 to 15 point leads and almost 20 point leads, that's happened so many times in this playoffs. Dallas did it, I think, a couple times. I know the it keeps happening to the Celtics.
Yeah. They blew a couple leads to
Nuggets have done it in several games. And what I was gonna say is the Nuggets remind me of what it's all reminding me of, and I always kind of like to draw connections. Like, dang, it happened over here. It's gonna happen in this league. So in the NFL, if you remember, the Chiefs in every game they had to come back. When they went to the Super Bowl, they had to come back from about 20. It was a big deficit. Like against the Texans, they was down 24-7 or something like that in the first quarter, or something crazy. 24-0.
They had to come back.
And they had to come back, and then they did it. And they did it in every game. They did it against Tennessee. They did it against. They did it against the Texans. So that might be that's like the story. I feel like that's the connection. So is it going to continue? This is 2020. You don't know what's going to happen.
You know what?
And the Chiefs did it. So now the Nuggets going to be they coming down 3-1 twice. Now can they do it? Can they come back in this series? Is it going to happen again? So
NBA Finals this year. Miami Heat, Denver Nuggets. Heat in 6, Nuggets in 7. Guarantee.
I like to see that, y'all.
I'm standing on it right now.
I like to see that, chat. Wouldn't y'all like to see that?
I'm standing on that. Hey, think about it. We talked about this a little bit before the show. That's a finals that's anybody's finals. That's everybody's. There's nobody's person that they
I'm not the biggest fan of the Lakers. I think if the Lakers make it,
I would love them to get
it's going to be a tough. It's going to be a tough competition.
I fully believe that the Lakers can get outplayed by Miami.
Any of the teams left remaining, I just feel like it's going to be a hard series for both.
If it ends up being Lakers Heat, I'm calling it.
And you remember your boy
Justin called it.
Lakers Heat, and he said Lakers in 5. Justin
been saying Lakers in 5 since the playoffs started.
No,
every series he was saying.
I'm talking about he said Justin Keys. That's
he said it too.
He said Lakers in 5.
They both been saying Lakers in 5.
And Heat.
It be game 1, Lakers in 5. Shut up, Lakers in 5.
Yeah. So
Nuggets
shout out to Keith for that because he definitely he said
Keith
that
and
in the
J-Lock
very
called
beginning.
it. Keith and J-Lock both said Lakers Heat.
Yep.
You're both wrong because it's gonna be Nuggets Heat. But I like the energy. You knew the Miami Heat was gonna go.
But I think it's gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be a 5-game series in the finals, regardless of the teams that make it. All the teams are really good.
They good, man.
I think. I don't know. I just kind of feel like Lakers are overrated,
Excuse
but
me,
I mean, up to this point,
just get a little comfortable with you, but
Betty.
It's a little cold here. I need the heat to warm me up, guys.
No, it's just on me now.
Somebody turn the heat up. Turn the heat up on the.
This
Celtics,
is the Straight Talk Podcast with Fella and nobody else.
Hey, but yeah, man, it's been some good games.
So I would be interested to see if the Nuggets are going to be the comeback kids like the Chiefs were.
If the Nuggets make the finals,
that would be cool. But
I'm gonna act a fool.
What I will say is I can't root for the Nuggets, and I'll tell you why I can't root for the Nuggets.
Okay.
The owner of the Nuggets is the Kroenke family, and I am a sworn hater of the Kroenke family. Do you know why I'm a sworn hater?
Did you see the intensity in his eyes? Y'all ain't see it.
Do you know I'm a sworn hater of the Kroenke family?
Tell me why.
Family. Do you know why?
Tell me why.
The Kroenke family is from Columbia, Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
They are the owners of and were the owners of the St. Louis Rams, and they did us dirty. So I'm a sworn hater of they own all of the Denver teams basically, except the Broncos. So they own the hockey team, the basketball team. They own Arsenal, the premier soccer team.
Dang.
Yeah, he owns them too. Money, big money. Like they own all of Columbia. Don't really like that city. Half of Columbia. So I'm gonna give you a little backstory. Kroenke and Sam Walton, the daughter of Sam Walton, they're married. Oh, that's a lot of money.
Hey,
so Walmart and Kroenke, they in the bed together.
Hit the mouse one more time, cause you know they got money.
That's that money. Now you owning all these teams. So he took the Rams with his punk ass to LA. You know what I'm saying? So I can't root for the Nuggets. I can't root for the Nuggets.
Hey, the Nuggets going, bro.
So
AP said I need to be stopped, but I'm telling you,
I ain't trying to curse, but it's big F you to the Kroenke family for doing that to our Rams and doing us dirty like that. Like you take it from your home state just for some money.
I feel that.
You see that stadium though, the SoFi Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice.
I wish
they could have did that here.
Would have been.
Child,
nice.
Please.
Facts.
So no, I can't root for the Nuggets. I want to see the Lakers make it to the finals just because of that.
I understand it. Also, AP said if Gordon comes back, that Heat series is going to 7. It depends on when
Gordon,
he comes back.
He's kind of a non-factor in my opinion.
I will refuse to disrespect Gordon Hayward.
I'm not. That's not disrespectful, but he's hurt. Like it's only so much. Like think how long it took him to kind of get back in the flow of things once he had to come back from the ankle injury. I know it's a completely different injury, but
I think they'll decide to bring him back.
Has he played in the bubble? He played in the bubble.
He got injured against the Pacers.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I think it depends on where they're at in this series to decide whether or not they're going to let him play.
They could use him, though. I mean, he could be another. It's just, it always helps. Gordon, but is he going to be able to knock down shots? And he has been very inconsistent since that ankle injury for the most part.
Well, and he's had moments, and that's one of those things that falls into the fact of the Celtics got so many weapons that does everybody get the adequate touches to really step up? So if you just start throwing him, bullet passes last second because you need a shot up, then yeah, he's probably not going to get it. If you're giving him chances to get in rhythm shots, the same way you give Jason, the same way you give Kemba, then yeah, he's probably going to be more of a factor.
Yeah.
But so it'll be an interesting Eastern Conference Finals as the Heat get to go on in 6 and as the Nuggets win in 7. But I want to talk about the All-NBA teams real quick. Just get a little rundown. First and foremost,
first team was pretty much.
It was a given.
Yeah.
First team was Luka.
Same way with All-Star teams this year.
Yeah, it was Luka, Bron, AD,
Harden.
Let me say this though. I feel like Harden gets a lot of credit because numbers look good. But as somebody that watched almost every Houston Rockets game this year, Harden's point per game was through the roof because he had a whole bunch of high-scoring games to start the season when Russ hadn't started playing yet. But he really cooled down like November through like January. And he was not playing well. But Russ was backpacking, averaging like almost 32 a game. But Harden's points per game was still up so high that it never came down. So he looked real good, and then he did go on to have some good games.
Harden just gets a really easy 30 points. He was the league.
Yeah.
I mean, he led the league in scoring this year.
Yeah, but he got such a good cushion to start the year that it never really fell down.
He did, but
then he got the ball back rolling after like closer to the All-Star break.
If you did as bad as you're making it seem like,
if you go back and look, he wasn't really
been the
playing
scoring
that
champ. He wouldn't have been the scoring champ as well.
He really wasn't playing that well
because he wasn't hooping that much early on. All right, like he was putting up a lot of points.
But
it wasn't enough of a cushion for him to.
He had some big games.
He did. I understand.
But then
that,
also you got a whole bunch of games. What happened in game 4? Whenever he didn't shoot it all well, but he got so many free throws that he still got 20 games.
But that's James Harden.
That helps.
That's every game, even in the games that he was going off. He didn't go crazy all year. Yeah, but. And the cushion at the beginning helped.
I don't know how I feel about first.
He get 30.
Give it to Chris Paul.
He get 15 points a game.
Give it to Chris Paul.
He get 15 points a game at the free throw line.
I'd make him and Harden switch spots. Chris Paul and Harden.
I don't think Chris Paul should have got it.
First thing, man, here.
He just scored.
Give him a
Can you? First off,
okay. I'm blowing smoke a little bit.
Okay. I'm finna say.
I'm gonna get you started.
That would be the first time ever a scoring champ didn't make the all first team. Like, come on now.
I was just kind of, you know what I'm saying. I was trying to get something started. That's all.
I see you. Come on now. Come on, man.
I'm gonna come back down. Look, please. First team, Luka. You already know that.
Pretty easy.
Harden, you knew that. LeBron and AD. This is the first time two teammates have made it since I believe it was Nash and Amari Stoudemire.
Really?
Yeah, so it's been a minute since two teammates have made the first team.
Steph and KD?
So what was the stat then? Yeah, because you're right, they were teammates. What was the stat that I read?
I don't know.
It was some stat in relation.
That.
You're right. It was some stat in relation to Steve Nash and Amari. So I'm trying to figure out what was the correlation. I forgot what it was.
Has Klay Thompson ever made the first team? I would think so. No,
I think he was always second team.
I would think so.
Well, anyway, just disregard that fun fact because I don't remember what the correlation was. Because you're definitely right. Steph and KD, I do believe, made an All-NBA first team.
Must have. There's no way they didn't.
Yeah, they had to.
There's no way they didn't. Yeah.
So anyway, and then second team we had Chris Paul. Rudy Gay was in second team, I do believe. He was third team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was third team.
It was who you say? Chris Paul.
Chris Paul was on there for sure.
Dame.
Yeah, Dame.
Embiid.
Yeah.
Kawhi.
Oh yeah,
Kawhi Leonard.
After that abysmal game.
Max. Oh, Pascal.
That's another one that people are kind of iffy about.
Pascal, no.
But I feel like here's my thing.
He was the best player on the team all season. He was averaging almost 30.
People keep letting the playoffs make them forget the whole regular season. So he didn't necessarily play up to his caliber or his potential against the Celtics. So people are like, why Pascal on there? Did you not see him all year?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So people, it's always this notion of All-NBA teams. He's trash. Why did he make it?
That's called a recency bias.
Look at that. I like that. Good work.
Basically, that's in layman's term is, what have you done for me lately?
Basically, they get too caught up in that and they forget. And then
Jokic.
Jokic. And then third team.
We got to talk about this third team. Because who was on the third team that really shouldn't have been? Oh.
Ben Simmons.
No. Your boy.
Ben Simmons.
Your boy.
If you're going to drop somebody on that team, you drop Ben Simmons.
No.
Bill could have taken Ben Simmons' spot for sure.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
I refuse.
You just a hater, bro.
I'm not a hater.
At the end of the day, you just a hater.
Bro, Russ should not have been on the All-NBA 13.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, he should have.
Brad Beal, like they said, I know everybody's seen this stat. First player.
No, you know what?
How?
I think at one point, Steph was second team and KD was hitting first team.
Was it because of Russ? It must have been because of Russ. Russ and Harden.
It was Harden and I can't think but there were some times
it had to be Russ and Harden. Because Harden, this is the same time, this is when Russ was averaging a triple-double. How did Steph not make the All-NBA first team?
Okay, so I think I was right, AP. I think I was right.
Maybe you. If he's saying that, because we didn't, I wasn't able to look it up. I'm just like,
the more I'm thinking about it, they didn't make it together. It sounds like they should have, because how couldn't they? But I can't remember who beat out
It had to be
Steph.
It had to be Russ. It had to be Russ and Harden. You only get two guards. There's no way it's not Russ and Harden.
It was Kyrie.
No.
I just want to say Kyrie because you always get so, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at the disgust in his face, America.
Man, Kyrie soured on me once he went to once he did that BS in Boston, bars, not really bars, but alliteration.
I like that. BS in Boston.
I
like that.
He sounded on me, and then but so yeah, I guess if they didn't make it, then I guess it was.
So anyway, LeBron and AD first teammates since Amar'e Stoudemire and Nash, right? That I think that had to be the stat. I don't remember what the correlation was.
They got KD on the second team.
I think LeBron and Kawhi got first team last year. I think it was LeBron and Kawhi. Anyway.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, they didn't make first team.
I don't understand how that doesn't happen.
But anyway,
that's crazy. Okay.
I want you to uphold your BS slander.
Oh yeah, so
not hating,
yeah, Brad Beal should have been on the All NBA third team. I don't have to look up Ben Simmons' stats to know that he's probably contributed to his team more than Russell Westbrook.
No.
And Brad Beal, being he averaged 30 points, he has to be. That's just like you saying. I mean, you didn't say it, but like you hinting at James Harden not being on the first team as the scoring champ. Like that's blasphemous. So he averaged 30 points this season, and you still didn't make the All-Star team.
First player to average 30 points and 6 assists,
and didn't make the All-Star team.
All-Star team or All-NBA team.
Yeah.
Hate to see it, America.
That's crazy, and it should have been Russ. I'm sorry, Russ didn't have that great of a season.
Yes, he did.
He was
hurt.
He was hurt for most of the part of the season. He was balling, yes.
No.
But
these are the moments when the casual in you comes out. This is casual talking right now.
This is not casual talking.
You're being a casual right now.
I might be being a little bit of a hater.
Yes, definitely.
But I'm not being casual because I know.
Because if you actually watched Houston games,
I don't have to watch. I know what he did this year.
No, you have he kept that team afloat, and he was literally their best player for the most part of this season. I'm telling you, Harden went through some slumps, but his averages look good enough. And they just talk about the point totals, not how bad he shot.
So
you don't even realize that he didn't really have good games this year. So he had some really bad games
as a player.
And Russ kept them afloat.
All NBA team is a player reward. It's about the best players. He had a better season than Bradley Beal.
Ben Simmons didn't have a better season than Bradley Beal, did he? So why is Russ the first person people go towards when they say somebody should get dropped?
Let's look up some stats, okay.
I already looked at all the stats.
Ben Simmons.
If you want to argue that Brad Beal was better than Russell Westbrook, you could easily argue that he was better than Ben Simmons as well. But everybody, for whatever reason, immediately goes to Russ shouldn't have made it. Ben Simmons really, he could have been dropped too.
Okay, I'll give you Ben Simmons.
Okay, thank you. You look at the stats and now you realize I'm right.
Oh my God.
Ben Simmons is really one of those things that we're in love with Ben Simmons as far as potential.
Is Ben Simmons a guard? I guess they consider him a guard. Yeah.
The same way, yes. Ben Simmons is a potential love story. He's got the size, he's got the abilities. He's got the full package, but he don't really.
He's light skinned. Colorism.
He don't really put it together enough for it to be worth it. So,
yeah. What did Russ do this year? He averaged almost 30.
Didn't I say that, bro? Y'all, this is why you get blocked. If you slander Russ, this is why you get blocked. Because that's real casual talking if you slander Russ.
Yeah.
The numbers don't lie.
That's not casual talking.
And like I said, if you really did watch Houston Rockets basketball, then you see his impact this year. The whole reason that small ball turned around and had them going crazy this season was because of him. The win streaks they were putting together was because of him.
That's true.
He went like a month or two averaging 30-something points. He had a ridiculous streak of high-scoring games. He was going off this year.
But this is where it's not casual. He's just not a playoff player.
That's fine. You can say that. But with his All-NBA team, a regular season award.
No, I give you that.
So,
you got me on that. You got me
and
on
that's
that.
another.
I looked at Ben Simmons' stats. He only had average 16 points a game.
He ain't do shit in the regular season.
Yeah.
He really didn't do nothing that was worth a third-team nod.
I give you that.
That's why I'm annoyed that everybody like Russ didn't deserve it. Ben Simmons definitely didn't deserve it. It should have been Russ and Bradley Beal. For sure.
Yeah, I give you
For sure. The numbers don't lie.
Yeah. Now that I'm seeing he only averaged 16 points a game.
I'm not talking about Giannis.
I'm following the Bucks. Talk about some GS. I don't know about, man. I don't know.
He was probably just a little pissed off. He might follow him back after vacation, but I'm mad. They doubling the hell out of me, and y'all are not making them pay for it. Y'all ain't helping me at all.
Maybe,
I'm getting beat up.
He was just doing a cleanse. You know how sometimes you ever cleanse yourself from social media?
Yeah.
And you just follow a bunch of people.
You just need to get it.
And you just trying to, you just want to see your family for once.
Yeah.
Especially, you being famous, you gotta follow a lot of people.
Yeah.
You gotta cleanse yourself from all of BS.
And it's been a long, hectic year. Basketball has been taking over a lot of this year.
In the media, he's saying that he's not gonna request a trade.
Maybe he just wanted a break.
You know what's funny is I ain't gonna request a trade, but best believe I'll be gone next season when I'm a free agent. That's what
I'll stay. Ain't no problem. But I'm gonna leave when it's time. When it's time, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah,
I did think that was kind of funny, but I ain't gonna read too much.
I didn't read too much in it. That's one of those.
I'm ready to take my vacation. I don't want to be involved with basketball at all. I just want to relax, enjoy my time with my family a little bit. It's been a long, stressful season, pandemic and all that.
Yeah,
just enjoy my time off.
In journalism, we call that a non-story. That's what we call it.
Listen to that, America.
Yeah.
But look, AP, we're bringing it full circle now, because you know what time it is.
You heard that song "Full Circle" by Big Sean? Or something like that. It's like full circle.
Yeah. I know
it's a little song. You like the album?
I like it.
People act like it's not good. It's a good album.
It's good. I mean, it may not be Dark Sky Paradise, but it's good.
Yeah,
that album went crazy.
It did.
Crazy.
Okay. We're gonna hear me.
It's some joints on that. Look, stay tuned for the music podcast. Eventually, we're gonna get it together. Anyway, Petty Betty of the week.
Petty Betty
of the week.
Who's the Petty Betty of the week, my friend?
My favorite thing about this week's Petty Betty, for our audience and yourself, is anybody can get it.
Anybody can get it.
Now, why do I say that?
We know that. It don't matter.
Going back to the Phoenix Mercury. Who made that clutch shot?
Shea Petty. That's Peddy, but it's still pronounced the same.
Shea Petty is part of the Petty Betty Phoenix Mercury.
Okay, why is
that?
She Petty Betty?
Because she made that shot. Phoenix Mercury tweeted, what they say, stand up for the real playoff P. The real playoff P.
Now that's petty.
Miss Petty.
That's petty. That is petty. Like, what he do to y'all?
You know what I'm saying? Why did you even have to go? Where did you gain from it? You ain't even have to do that, man, like that. Paul George is at home, like, chilling. Cancun on 3. And you real playoff P. Like, I know he probably saw that and was like, God, can't even say nothing about it.
W.
I just gotta take that
W.
So I love that.
And I ain't do nothing.
Carrying on even further with the slander, the whole internet was going crazy. I was on a Twitch stream and he just kept playing YouTube clips. All these analysts picking the Clippers. All of these people saying, "Oh, they this and they that." The Kawhi New Balance commercial.
That was my least favorite one though, because it's just like you can go. My thing about that one is you can do that every year. You can find somebody. So,
but I think
there was a lot of people that were favorites. Like anytime a favorite loses, you can go to every year and just like.
And I'm telling you, this year, just based off of some of the things that people on the team have done, the Clippers just turned into the non-likable team of the bubble playoffs. That's fair. So people wanted them to fail.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
For a lot of people,
honestly, I think it's got a lot to do with Patrick Beverly.
The stuff going back.
That's the same thing with the Warriors and Draymond Green. A lot of people don't like the Warriors simply because of Draymond Green.
And when you go through the teams that were in the playoffs this year, of course you got a couple players that people just gonna hate on regardless. Harden because his play style, Russ because he's loud and this and that, but still can't shoot. Like people gonna hate certain players for different reasons. But the way Marcus Morris was acting in this playoffs, a lot of people started to feel like he's dirty, whatever. Patrick Beverly, people find him annoying. Montrez, after he called Luka, Ernie said it on TV and it was so funny.
Punk ass white or bitch ass white boy.
Yeah. So anyway, the Clippers found themselves being an unlikable team for a lot of people. So the internet went crazy.
Yeah.
Right. So you got people retweeting that Paul George commercial. No OT tonight. Ball game. You got people.
Hey, my favorite one was it was a blurry Paul George, and they did one of these. They put the glasses back on. And who was it? One of them was oh man, dang, I don't remember who it was, but it was Ronnie Terrioff.
Man, they was
for
doing
the Clippers,
dirty.
I was hollering.
They was doing him dirty. Especially Paul George hit the side of the backboard a couple times.
That one.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's just like, man, you shook. You real shook when you hit the backboard.
You know
Anytime an NBA player hits the side of the backboard,
I could do that.
something going on.
Put me on a Mac contract. I'll do that.
Something is going on.
But that's Kawhi scary. Commercial, New Balance, King of LA, that was all over the place.
Oh, you know what I was gonna say? I don't think it's. I was kind of gonna cut you off. I don't think it's necessarily a lot of people just dislike the Clippers. It's just Laker Nation is like
well
really
that too.
huge.
Laker Nation
and everybody in Laker Nation doesn't like the Clippers.
Exactly.
So I think it seemed like it was a lot more hate. Like a lot of people don't like the Clippers, but it's only because a lot of people love the Lakers.
I think, and this is the first time Lakers fans have really had a reason to talk down on the Clippers.
Yeah.
Because for a long time the Clippers weren't really a factor.
Right.
But this year they were favorites.
They was the JV team that we thought they could beat the varsity team.
This year they were the favorites that could beat the varsity team to a lot of people. So they've been waiting for this.
Right.
So in between Lakers fans, in between people that dislike various players on the Clippers, it was like, boom, we ready.
Yeah.
Who else was petty? Oh, going back to not liking Patrick Beverly. You remember when the Clippers tried to lose a game intentionally to the Blazers, and Damian Lillard had to shoot some free throws?
Man, that made me mad.
And Patrick Beverly was over there just falling out, laughing, cracking up.
Hey, shout out to Dame and CJ.
They in the Instagram comments, Cancun on 3. You got sent home. I sent you home. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, okay, well.
That didn't age
What's
very
going
well.
on? That didn't age very well.
Goes back, deletes the messages.
Right? Deletes
the comments.
So, CJ, he got the tweet and he was talking about Patrick Beverly. It ain't his fault. He did his job. He got paid.
He made his averages.
Yeah, he made his averages. It ain't his fault.
He did. He was being honest. I think.
When you average triple singles,
had a good game.
You average triple singles, you did your job.
No, but other than that, Pat Bev had a good game.
You know, and then Dame was like, "Hey, this might be a good time to extend my invitation to Cancun since I haven't made my arrangements yet."
Yeah.
So I just loved watching them get their chance.
Petty. I love Twitter petty NBA
you know what I'm
players.
saying?
Hey, Dame was like oddly very active on Twitter this postseason. Like, he was tweeting
I feel like
a lot.
this is the most active I've seen him in a minute.
Yeah.
Other
than him promoting music or something.
Right. So it was real fun just to watch him go crazy like that. Just to watch them kind of get the tip of tats back. Because Clippers laughed at their expense, so now we're laughing at you too, because you at home right with us.
Yeah.
Lamont, you really think they're gonna break it up?
I don't think real quick. Break it up,
do you really think after 1 year they're gonna break that up?
I don't think so. They shouldn't. I think they can come back. They can come back next year and be.
Let me ask you this.
Better, honestly.
They
still have a good team. It's just like
they need to put it together.
The fourth quarter they choked.
Yeah.
Admittedly so.
We get into that because that's part of what my question was coming up.
Yeah, but anyway, they're still a good team. They just didn't have the chemistry. Like it's the same way with the Heat. That's like the Heat breaking it up after the loss to the Mavs. Like they're still a good team. They just got to put it together.
Yeah. So just real quick before we get to wrap it up with question of the day, I want to ask you, just in a real quick summary.
Yeah, not question of the day. Speaking of the show.
Yeah, speaking of the show, my fault. Do you feel like Kawhi at any point during those closing moments was like, damn, I should have stayed in Toronto? Do you think at all he was having second thoughts like, you know what? We could have probably ran it back and won this year.
No. I don't think. I mean, they could have.
Because Raptors are still a good team regardless. They just can't necessarily get all the way over the hump.
They probably would.
And Kawhi, his supporting cast wasn't really backing him up like Toronto did last year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think he was thinking like that because I think he didn't only just go for LA. He just didn't want to be in Toronto at the end of the day.
As far as your chances of winning.
As far as winning.
You looking back at it.
But my thing is, he probably wanted to, he was going to leave regardless. It was like, yeah, they won a championship. They won a championship and still left. He wanted to be back home, and that was his whole thing. He from LA.
Did he feel like he should have went to the Lakers? Anyway, I'm glad he didn't.
Maybe.
Moving on.
He didn't, though,
let's wrap it up with our late show tonight. I want to talk about, are you speaking or are you shy? How you feel today, Josh?
I am going to be speaking. It's going back to my speaking or shouting topic I had last week. You remember when speaking or shouting? Anyway, it was fantasy football.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, it was a tough week last week. I went 2-2. Again, remember I said I have 4 leagues. Went 2-2. One of my teams is kind of rough. It's looking real rough right now. I don't know if they're going to phone, and that's actually the one that matters. So it's going to be tough. But the other 3 leagues, I'm pretty good. I'm straight. I mean, it's nothing for real. I lost one. Just had a bad performance. You know, you have those. You got to bounce back sometimes. So I'm just going to calmly speak about this week. Let's just do a little better, pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
I need to see what Nick Chubb did tonight. I want to see what he did. Austin Hooper, I want to see what he did tonight. I hope they did something, a little more than 6 points like they gave me last week. Kyler Murray was balling. I got him in a couple leagues. Mark Ingram, I need you to do me some good because J.K. Dobbins is on your tail.
Woo-woo.
And I don't like that. I didn't know that when I drafted you. So fantasy league, let's get it. I'm looking to go 4-0 either.
Fantasy league, let's get it. Can.
I'm looking to go 4-0 a couple weeks in a row. Let's do it.
Okay.
That's all I got to speak about again.
This week, I think just in these last few moments, you inspired me to switch my speaking or shouting to speaking, and I'm just going to speak real briefly about football. Originally I started to shout about the Denver Nuggets proving the haters wrong, and the pleasant surprise that it has been to a lot of us. The crazy looks I got, whether you want to say I was joking or serious, whatever, the crazy looks I got when I even mentioned the Denver Nuggets name to make it this far, and they actually did real, but I already touched on it. Sorry to talk about the Russ landing, but we got a chance to touch on it. So I'm going to just talk about football. I never thought I'd see the day that I would be able to somewhat associate myself as a Patriots fan. I always like watching Tom Brady. You can be mad at him, love him, hate him, but he's talented.
Cheater.
Belichick's system is decent. Can't be mad at it.
I like Belichick,
but
I don't like Tom Brady.
If you don't... I don't feel like you can call one a cheater or hate one and like
both
the
a
other.
cheater.
Okay, thank you.
But I like personality-wise, I like Bill Belichick. Like, I used to hate the Spurs.
What is it like? He be like this.
Tom Brady?
Belichick.
No, I like that. I like that, though.
All the time.
He's a fun guy, I feel like.
Hey, Darius said you don't know him. Is he a fun guy? You don't know.
He seems like one.
Anyway, look.
But I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off. I used to hate the Spurs, but I kind of learned to like, and I really don't like the Spurs still, but I like Greg Popovich.
That's right. I love Pop.
I love Pop, yeah.
Recipe Pop Smoke. Totally unrelated Pop. But look, they got Cam Newton,
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna support a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me? I'm gonna support a black man, especially a black man that has been ostracized.
He balled in week 1.
He was the MVP. You know what I'm saying? And then he just started getting treated like, And then he wasn't getting no offers. Like, y'all gonna act like Cam Newton ain't still nice.
Like Cam Newton, yeah.
That's still Cam Newton. Don't be fooled now. And the Patriots shocked some people and was like, we gonna grab him. And then be looking to see what's gonna happen. He set a record game 1 with them rushing yards. He was out there playing. Cam was doing this thing, and it's only gonna get better.
That was a funny record, by the way.
Because who's your quarterback for the last several years? You know he wasn't gonna do it. Yeah. All he had to do was rush on 2 plays. He was gonna get it. He was gonna get it regardless.
And I actually find myself kind of rooting for the Patriots as well.
Because I want to see Cam do well.
I always hated Patriots. But
when it comes to Super Bowl, I know it's gonna be an interesting game with the Patriots there. But I've never rooted for the Patriots. But with Cam Newton being their quarterback, you're damn right I'm gonna be rooting for the Patriots because I want to see that black man do well. No, so not just that black man, but there's several black quarterbacks this year with tons of potential. Deshaun Watson, Teddy Bridgewater, you got Patrick Mahomes, you got Lamar, big trust.
Bunch of black quarterbacks.
Big trust.
Love it. Love to see it.
You know what I'm saying? So
and they all good too. That's the other thing.
Super talented.
Like putting Joe Schmo out there.
Yeah. And like I'm just throwing out some random black dude's name at the quarterback. These are talented quarterbacks.
Yeah.
They can really make some things shake. So I'm looking forward to this football season. Definitely being checking for football a lot heavier than I typically do. And go Patriots.
I don't know about go Patriots.
Go Patriots. Go Cam Newton.
Go Cam. There it is.
All my homies love Cam Newton.
There
you know what I mean? Like the 5 or 6 dudes.
I ain't seen that.
It'd be like, go Lil Uzi. All my homies love Lil Uzi.
I ain't seen that.
Anyway. Y'all get it.
Let's go wrap it up for the show. We done. This was fun.
It was a fun show. And for it to be a late show, I'm surprised at the amount of people that stuck around, interacted. I appreciate
you guys always, and we looking forward to continue to keep the show up. I mean, the season is only probably another month or so.
Hey, we gonna find plenty of things.
We're gonna keep this thing rolling. We're gonna try to do more and more, increase what we do. But we just gotta take it a step at a time and be consistent. That's the main thing.
There you go. Consistency is key, America. Y'all have a good night. We'll catch you next week. On time next week. Peace. It was in sync.